and welcome to Branch of Israel. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from God's beautiful country, Israel. In the Bible, a lot of times people read the word law, but never really know what it means or understand it. A Greco-Roman mindset or Western way of thinking would conclude it is like a set of rules over us to keep us in line. While this sounds all good and true, it's not necessarily correct. The Greek word for law is nomos, which means anything established, anything received by usage, a custom, usage, or law. This is the same word used for Torah in the Septuagint, which is the Greek version of the Old Testament. But what is Torah? Well, the Hebrew word Torah refers to the first 5 books, Genesis through Deuteronomy, and means teaching, instruction, or doctrine. Also, you can tell there is a difference between the two. When translating from Hebrew into Greek, sometimes you have to choose the closest word to it you can find. One more word I'd like to look at in the Hebrew is the word musar, which means correction of children by their parents, of nations by kings, of men by God, admonition, discipline, instruction, or doctrine. Proverbs 1:8 in the One New Man Bible states, "My son, listen, obey the instruction of your father. Do not forsake the teaching of your mother." The reason I use this version is because the rendering of the first Hebrew word Shema in this verse is translated correctly, which, by the way, is the same word used in Deuteronomy 6:4, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one." This word Shema means to hear and comes from the root meaning for obedience. In other words, to listen obediently. Now, note there are 2 words that sound similar in this verse, instruction and teaching. Are these words the same, or are they really different? Well, according to Webster's Dictionary of 1828, it defines them as follows. Instruction, the act of teaching or informing the understanding in that of which it was before ignorant. Teaching means instruction. Now, if I were to give you Rabbi's literal amplified translation of Proverbs 1:8, it would be something like this. Listen and obey, my son, to the musar, which is correction of children by their parents, of men by God, admonition, discipline, instruction, or doctrine of your father. Do not leave, forsake, desert, or let go of the Torah, which is the teaching, instruction, or doctrine of your mother. Oh, now we've pulled mom into the picture, who also teaches the child. Yet, because of lack of time, I cannot talk on that today. As food for thought, think about Proverbs 31 in the opening statement, which reads, "The words of King Lemuel, the burden which his mother taught him." Who taught this to him? Oh, it was his mother. I would say this was a God-fearing woman that knew what she was talking about. You can find this full teaching and others on our website by visiting branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel, and thank you so much for listening. Lehitraot, goodbye, or see you again.